Yes.
All right, that's good. 6 weeks students, guys. I present to you our 6 weeks Skype student, very fast learner. I will call her a fast learner, something that ought to take 2 to 3 months. Here is a student who have done these classes with us in just 6 weeks. Hello.
Hello, sir.
How's everything?
Everything is fine, thank you, sir.
Welcome. I can see you trying to fix your sax.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me get mine too ready. Okay, are we good?
Yes.
Okay, welcome to class. I'm glad you've been with me for a while now. How long have you been in class with me now?
I think just about 6 weeks.
Yes, 6 weeks. All right. So, and then we usually were doing once in a week, then sometimes twice in a week.
Yes.
All right, that's good. 6 weeks students, guys. I present to you our 6 weeks Skype student who have been doing amazingly, very great, very fast learner. I will call her a fast learner. Something that ought to take 2 to 3 months. Here is a student who have done these classes with us in just 6 weeks. Miss Ruth, please, can you just say hi to the audience watching you live right now? Just say hi to everybody on YouTube. All right, say something, encourage someone, and then just say hi. All right.
Hi, hello everyone. I just want to encourage you all that if you are interested in learning the saxophone, it's definitely worth it. Don't give up, and consistent practice every day. Yes, you'll see improvements.
What was your level before we met? I think we started from the scratch or something?
Yes, we started completely from scratch. So I just basically knew how to make a sound on the saxophone. I didn't really know anything in particular, but I started afresh with Mosax. So started from scratch.
Can I, what did you learn? Share your experience, what you have been learning.
All right. Okay. So the first place we started was the key of C. So that was the foundation, learning how to play the key of C, building up speed, then permutations as well, scale permutations with the key of C. And then after that, we now moved on to slurring, I think. And then after slurring, we went on to grace notes. So once we completed that with the scale of C, we now started introducing different keys, D, F, G, so on and so forth, whilst obviously learning songs with all of these keys. So it's been jam-packed.
How has been your experience learning software notations and having to look and read all through the notes and make sure you are playing the song, following the song foundation? How has it been? Tell us.
I think in the beginning it was quite difficult because usually you just want to see the notes you want to play. But I think as you start to appreciate solfa notation, it really, really helps with using it for different keys. So once you start now playing, you know, key C, key D, all of these things, you appreciate solfa because it's the same solfa notations just to apply different keys. So once you get used to it, it's so good. It's good. Yeah.
Were there classes? Of course, there will be classes in the beginning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to play far on D, you mistakenly press the far of C. And then over time, but how is the experience now? After a while now, are you able to manage the classes clash of keys?
Yeah, in the beginning there's clashing, but the more you practice, you now start to separate specific keys for, you know, specific notes. So now you know that okay, there's no F sharp in the C scale. So you automatically know if I'm playing F sharp, that doesn't belong when you're playing in the key of C. So things like that. But honestly, it's just practice. And
practice. How often do you practice in the course of the training? How often do you practice?
I practice every day, but I like to at least practice maybe 1 hour every day. Sometimes it can be 2 hours, sometimes it can be 1 hour, sometimes it can be 30 minutes, but I try at least I'm doing something every day.
With the speed at which you were learning these things, I definitely know that you were touching the sax every day. And I always advise people, my students, even if it's just a 20-minute or a 10-minute or a 5-minute, your sax must, the moment you pick up the sax and you have even gone to an extent of getting a teacher, you ought to always have the sax, you know, just like a friend, you know, just pick it sometimes. And then I also get videos, right? So much that even when you are not practicing, you can just be watching them. How were those materials, those video courses, how were they helpful to you? Were they really helpful?
The video courses were very helpful in the sense that it's almost like having another lesson with you. So so for some times now, like maybe the way you explain something, it's almost like you're re-explaining it in the video and you walk step by step. There's consistency in your teaching. So if you're used to the way you're teaching in the lessons, you receive that same style of teaching in your video. So it's very good for consistency and just breaking everything down.
The videos were more like your notes, right?
Yes.
And then, talking about the Skype app, did you have any challenge us using Skype, or you would have preferred another kind of app or something? Why Skype?
My experience with Skype, initially, I've actually never done lessons on Skype, so it was all new to me. But I think Skype has been very good. Number one, like you said, it's free. And number two as well, how would I say it now? Everything that you type is saved. So that's very good. Like you said, I can go back. Sometimes I'll forget something that you've taught me and I can just refresh my memory and go back. And something else I also like is that you can edit what you've already written.
Thank you. So, I love the edit. How about internet? The only thing about live classes like this is the internet challenges. Of course, sometimes internet can be fluctuating, but so far so good, plus or minus. How will you score us as far as internet is concerned?
Well, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
Okay, 4. That's a pass mark, people of God. You see that? All right. So I've gone as far as I have different internet provider. I have the phone. I can use my phone. Sometimes I can also use. I have a router. I have a lot of things. So anyone, I can always switch here and there. Sometimes that's how we're able to manage any hitch. I can switch to another internet. I can switch to another all of that. And how is the consistency about the class? That time you sit down there waiting and then I'm not there or something. Of course, we always communicate if we have to shift a class. For example, this class is supposed to be 3, isn't it?
Yes.
But you communicated. You told me, oh, can we make it 4? How did you see the flexibility of the classes? How is it?
I think the classes are very flexible, like you said, as long as there's communication. If I'm unable to make it for our scheduled time, I just need to message and it will be adjusted. But I don't think there's ever been a time where maybe somebody has accidentally missed, or I'm sat waiting on Skype and I'm just facing myself. So that has never happened. There's consistency and there's reliability as well.
How about the cost? Generally, can you say is extravagantly too expensive, or is something affordable, at least averagely?
I would definitely say the price is very reasonable. It's not expensive. It's not something that you will complain about and think you're not receiving what you're paying for, because with the classes, not only do you get your one-to-one classes, but like Mosax has said, you receive the video courses as well. There's extra resources that you get as well, and the consistent support, because I know sometimes now I might be struggling with something, but even if we don't have a lesson, I can always message and ask, I'm struggling with this, or I need tips for this, and I will still receive a response. So the prices are not expensive, and you are definitely getting a lot of help, quality help as well, and assistance. So yes, very good.
Wow, that's good to know. And now that brings me to the gospel aspect. How excited were you to see that you have a teacher who is also like who is able to take you in, most likely almost exactly in the line, in the area or in the gospel in which you actually wanted to be a saxophonist? Because most of the teachers you might find online, they may just job be just saxophone teacher, and then this one, we're not just passing the saxophone, we're passing, you know, the gospel side. How is the whole thing like?
It was absolutely exciting, I have to say, because even before I reached out to the New World Empire, I was monitoring and watching the videos, and I was thinking, wow, this is so amazing, because I saw Vera Sax's journey as well, and it was just absolutely amazing. So I just thought, okay, let me reach out, what can happen. And when Mosax responded and sorted out the lessons, I was just absolutely excited, because number one, I've spoken to other people that can teach the saxophone, but as Mosax said, like, some of them have different styles of, they just want to teach you maybe how to read music or how to play classical things, which isn't exactly what I am looking for. So it really helps when your teacher is also in line and they're also into the same things that maybe you see yourself or in the future that you want to be playing as well, because they can give you the right form of encouragement. They can teach you in the right way as well and help you progress in the right lights so you can get the outcome you want. So it's fantastic.
Wow, I love that. And then how excited were you also to discover that he's an African? So it means that your songs, there are some African songs back home that you really want to learn. How excited were you to see that you could give me a Yoruba song and I'll decode it for you? Like, how far now this guy? How exciting was it to see that you can even go down to one African song and then one of these Oyibo man will not even understand what you're saying? And then I was able to, how exciting was it again to see that you are talking back, you are relating as an African too?
It was fantastic. I think one of the songs that I actually asked if I could get the solfa notation for, I even played it for my parents. So it's one of those where like everybody's just benefiting, everybody's enjoying. And because it's Christian songs as well, I can even sometimes just join in with the rehearsals in church. Whereas if I'd gotten lessons from maybe a secular teacher, I wouldn't be able to feel comfortable enough to just even join with rehearsals. But because we're learning Christian songs, and these songs are also songs that I'm familiar with and we sing in church and all of these things, I can also start to feel a bit comfortable, start to join as well. And yeah, it helps all of our Nigerian praise and worship. Those are what I want to place.
Wow, that's good. That's good to know. Now, one more thing that I know may have really encouraged you, and I know you as a lady, you are really going to encourage a lot of ladies. How come as a lady, what encouraged you to feel that as a lady you can play the sax? I know you have seen Vera Sax. I know she must have been one of those persons that may have encouraged you. You are happy that your teacher has actually taught someone who is a lady too. Were you encouraged by any way having VeraSax always side by side with me in the classes? Did it in any way encourage?
It is very, very useful. I think sometimes in our lessons as well, when VeraSax is there, it's encouraging to see maybe how she did it, or the styles and systems that she used as well, because it's not very often that you'll see a woman playing the saxophone. So it's just very encouraging to see another female figure playing the saxophone. If she can do it, then so can I. Yes. There's nothing stopping me. So it's very encouraging.
Okay. It's supposed to be a class, but it's almost turning out to be an interview. But let's end the interview, and then let's switch over to playing of the saxophone. Okay, don't forget, there are things I'm very particular about. I'm particular about your vibrato. I'm particular about the slurring. I'm particular about the grace note tongue, where you have to tongue, and then keep that tone the way it is. All right, let me hear you right now. Okay. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my God, even the last class we did as a beginning of your intermediate lesson, which is the passing note, you've even started doing it already. Can you just play another song? Let's hear another song. Wow, I love that. Let me suggest a song. Can you play I Surrender All? That is excellent. Now, for a 6 weeks student to play this, being able to put slur her notes, put grace notes, her vibrato is there. A lot is going on in her mind, in her, everything in 6 weeks. That is absolutely amazing. You are going to be a real inspiration to a lot of people watching right now. And I'm sure you're excited that it's structured. Can you imagine starting a course that is improvisation and you already have topics lined up? How excited are you to see that? I'm not going to
No.
be jumping here and there telling you, okay, can we just play this one today? Can we play this other one tomorrow? Now it's like topical. You can really tell
Yeah.
you are moving forward, you're not moving forward. How excited are you about that?
No, it makes the journey easier. It makes the journey so much easier because there's so much to learn. But when there's structure and you can monitor your progress as well, it encourages you. It encourages you because you can see your progress as well. You can see that you're growing. So very much, I can't wait.
Okay, do you know it's improvisation? When we get to improvisation, that we're going to start introducing past your backing tracks, how to play along. You know, all this while you have been learning. I've never asked you to start putting up beats that will guide your tempo. That's because so much is going on in your mind. I'm interested in the notes now. I'm not interested in whether you're able to articulate them into beats. It's when we get to improvisation that we're going to start ensuring that you can stay on beat and actually meet up beats. So that actually makes one of the reasons why students grow faster, because I'm not putting so much on them while they are learning. I'm leaving things, what I know they can do later, I'll put it later, and then it helps us over time. We restructure and make sure we get things going. All right, before we leave, what do you have to say? Just greet someone, just greet your viewers one more time, encourage them. So those of them that are afraid, if I send them money, will they teach me? Will they run away and all of that? And will I get what I want? Just a word of encouragement for someone out there who has dropped their sax. See, I can tell you that statistics have shown that out of, let's just say 100 out of the 10 saxophone that was sold, only one of that saxophone end up on stage. The 9 of them, Jesus said, where is the other 9? The other 9, do you know where they are? They are inside the box. They dumped it alongside, maybe on the process of learning, no teacher, no progress. They are revolving around the same thing, no encouragement. So many things that will just make them at the end of the day just dump it. Sometimes their work, some people think that is when they have to go to a school to learn a sax. Some people think that they have to go full time on saxophone to actually learn. But you know, just once in a week or twice in a week, you know, and then here and there you're able to play what you're playing, you're moving forward. What do you have to say to encourage those other 9 that kept the sax on the box? What do you have to say to encourage somebody to pick up that sax and learn?
I think the main key thing is that for the fact that you invested that money to buy the saxophone, there is something inside of you that wants to learn how to play the saxophone.
Yes.
And so in that case, you just need to find the right person that will teach you. And I think New World Empire is absolutely fantastic. Location is not a problem because I myself, we're in a different country and Skype is doing it. There's progress. So, you know, the motivation that you need, you just need to find a teacher that will give you the right motivation and understand your tempo as well, how quick you learn. Okay, you know, maybe let's slow down, let's take some time, or I can push you and you can do more. So that is the key. But yeah, for the fact that you've invested in a saxophone, you can play it and you can do it. You just need to find a teacher that will invest that same commitment and time into you as well. And New World Empire has just been fantastic.
That's good, man. I'm feeling my brain is I'm encouraged also when I see that you know, making impacts, you know, we really helping people achieve their dream too. And then you as a student, you've really also been an encouragement to me. Being able to sustain some of the things we do online, some of the teachings we take to YouTube free of charge. Is this student, is actually you who actually went the extra mile to pay or to just give up something too, that actually have encouraged us to do a lot of things. So we are really grateful. And then we don't even see you as students, we see you as partners. So we really, you know, without you we can't do what we are doing. So we can't keep you waiting in class, because we have to really be up doing too. Have to make sure you get what you want. Now, one last question that we encourage everybody watching is, what in particular encouraged you to pick up the sax? What is your vision for learning saxophone? Why so much that you can give out that money to buy a saxophone and then also to pay for classes? What do you have to be with the saxophone? Yes.
So the reason why I actually chose the saxophone was because I think it's just a very individual and standalone instrument. And it's also, like you mentioned, something that not a lot of female players are around. I know for myself, I haven't seen any female players performing anyway where I am. So it's just encouraging to know that what I can do or what I can offer later on will be something that not a lot of other people are doing, and so we can encourage more people to do. And so that's where I see myself maybe after graduation, is to actually perform and to just minister. That's what I would love to do.
Now that's great to hear, and then I'm sure those of you watching, before we go, all right, just say a final word and then just say bye.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today anyway, today's lesson, and it was wonderful being with you all, sharing and answering questions, and I hope you've all been encouraged and motivated as well. So yeah, let's get learning.
Here in New World is all about music, pentatonic skills, all like the major skills. You just